Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock have major differences between them. So let's look at the biggest 30 differences, counting which is better and why, to show you all the ultimate version of Minecraft. Also, please subscribe, otherwise I will drown this wolf. Don't think I won't do it. The first difference is to do with how the world looks. In Bedrock, you have the default appearances and some plugins for the servers, but on Java, you can change more or less anything. Texture packs, skins, you name it, it can probably be changed. If I want the world to look like this, or this for some reason, I can do it. How cool is that? 1-0 Java. Bedrock and Java have loads of command differences, but my favorite is the /animate command that you can get on Bedrock, where you can make any mob do ridiculous things. Like this. On Java though, you can't do this. But I suppose it's easier for us to type commands on a keyboard, so I'm giving Java the point. As far as game modes go, it's a comfortable win for Java. Bedrock has the basics and just got spectator mode recently, but Java has hardcore mode, which makes this an automatic win for Java. Bedrock just can't compete with Java's diversity. But Bedrock gets its own back when it comes to performance. Not only is Minecraft Bedrock a smoother game than Java to play, but it runs far better on worse computers, making it far more accessible than Java is. However, for better computers, there's practically no difference. Bedrock still wins though. Okay, this round is a bit of a non-contest because, well, Bedrock doesn't really have mods, and on the rare instance that you do see them, they're crap. Java's mods are diverse, plentiful, and good. There's Optifine, World Edit, Replay Mod, and that's just naming the practical ones. Combat differences between Java and Bedrock are subjective. See, Java has the 1.9 combat where axe crits and shields reign supreme, but Bedrock is the old school spam and move technique that, I'll be honest, I loved. The new combat just seems too technical for a block game. I'd rather just swing to the hilt and dodge my opponent's shots. It's just better, okay? I'm picking Bedrock. Multiplayer is a tough one, and let me explain why. On Java, we have far more servers that you can play, as well as practically any mini game that you want. But Bedrock lets you play on your mates' worlds for free, which Java actually technically has if you know where to look, but not really. Instead, we have the cash grab that is Realms. Bedrock also has default servers, which kind of have everything you could already want, so I'm gonna give this to Bedrock. Prove me wrong. Obviously, controls on Java and Bedrock PC are the same, but comparing keyboard to controller, or God forbid, the touchscreen controls, forget it. The keyboard and mouse remains the best controller. On Bedrock, you can only play a couple versions of Minecraft, which is nice I suppose, but on Java, you have, well, just watch and enjoy. You can go back to the earliest versions of Minecraft, look at some cursed snapshots, or even smash out Hypixel with the old combat mechanics. But while you're playing Hypixel, speed bridging on Java takes a good bit of practice and skill, but on Bedrock you can just sprint and place blocks, which is basically cheating. I don't know how this is allowed, but I mean, it's better than what Java has. On the topic of gameplay, the redstone in Bedrock can be waterlogged, and the more I've sat with this, the less it makes sense. Of course on Java it gets smacked by the water, just as it should. Java makes better sense, but Bedrock is better. I'm picking Bedrock. Standing on boats in Java works, but it doesn't on Bedrock. This is Bedrock now deciding to break the laws of physics. Java wins. But if you want to craft a boat on Bedrock, you need 5 pieces of wooden planks, just like in Java. But you also need a wooden shovel, because you need oars. But is that not made from the 5 wood you originally used? Besides, a shovel as an oar probably isn't ideal. Also, if we were being really specific, you'd need 2 shovels, one for each side. Java wins again. They're running away with it at this point, I must say. When you kill a pillager in Minecraft Java, you get the bad omen effect, just as you'd expect. But on Bedrock, you also get bad omen, but it pops up with this animation. What a big deal. Bedrock wins. Cool animation. Here's a great little detail that can only be found in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. If you look at the sun in Bedrock, then part of your vision will go slightly blurry for a short amount of time. This isn't actually in Java, meaning that Bedrock gets another point for trying harder than Java. Everyone knows that if you rename a name tag to Dinnerbone or Grum and then apply it to a mob, then that mob flips over. But this actually works for the player too on Bedrock. So get a signed out account, rename yourself Grum or Dinnerbone, and giggle at yourself. You can't do this on Java unless you're actually Grum or Dinnerbone, but other than that, you can't. So Bedrock wins the point. One of the most useful tools you have on Java is the debug screen, which someone far smarter than me can read perfectly. But Bedrock actually doesn't have this screen at all, which I didn't know before researching this video. So Bedrock players can't see their tool durability, can't reload chunks, and can't check light levels. Java gets a point, don't even argue it. Impaling works in different ways on both versions. Java's version of impaling impacts any marine mob, but that doesn't include drowned, because they're actually technically undead. But on Bedrock, impaling works for any mob which is wet, including mobs in the rain, which, I'll be honest, makes more sense. So I'm gonna give a point to Bedrock. What do you think? Leave a comment and I'll reply. I'm gonna spoil this one. Bedrock's getting the point again, but for what? Well, on Bedrock, you can use dye to dye cauldrons and have some cool designs, like this smiley face, this flag, and this, well, I did my best, didn't I? Java just simply doesn't have cauldron dyeing. Also, Bedrock Edition players can dye shulkers far more freely highly than Java players. Very cool. And another point to Bedrock. Okay, when I say Enderman, what's the first thing that comes to mind? I bet some of you have said it hates water, but I'm here to tell you that that's wrong, but only in Java edition. Yeah, for some reason, Enderman can chill in cauldrons full of water in Java and take no damage. This doesn't work in Bedrock, which makes more sense, so it's getting another point. Java should really patch this. It's just confusing. But one thing Bedrock should patch, and patch tomorrow, like this is really stupid, is how on Bedrock platforms you can grab an enchanted book of any kind, even Frostwalker, and use it to light TNT. Why? It's glowing, but that doesn't mean it can set something on fire. Like, how does this make sense? Additionally, you can set gold on fire in Bedrock and use it as a fuel source. More specifically, go to the nether, batter some gold ore, grab the gold nuggets and smack them into a furnace to use them to cook your pork chops. I am just as confused, and I mean confused, as you. Do you want a cool interior design trick that you can use in your world? Well, only if you're on Bedrock. You can grab some candles, place a lever below them, and then flick it to make it look like a shelf supported by the lever. Even though you can't do this on Java, it has its own cool designs that you can do, so it's 50-50. I'm actually not going to give a point for this one. It's a tie. So in Minecraft Java, if you get a guardian or a fish and throw them onto a slime block, they bounce really high. You might already know this, but have you seen this on Bedrock? Because it works really, really well. The fishes go flying. It's nuts. You should try it out. Java wins because I don't support animal cruelty. Hey, aren't you the same guy that struck villagers with lightning in your last video? Shut up! Are you a child? Do you need constant supervision? Will you end up a threat to yourself as well as the people around you with it being monitored? Well, I have the product for you. Introducing parental controls. Yeah, there are parental controls on Bedrock, which is great, I guess. For legal reasons, it's a point to Bedrock. But again, I'm spoiling this point because it's going to Java. Not only because of a feature they have, but because of a feature they don't have. Because let's be honest, Bedrock and its mine coins suck. The marketplace is such a cash grab. It's kind of disappointing to see. Just go onto Java and download your skin instead of paying €2. Save the pennies, come on. What's the smallest base you can actually make in Minecraft? Well, Bedrock and Java actually have two different answers to this question. Because in Java, you can crawl, making the possible base design even smaller. This is a point for Java, definitely. And looking at the points, it's close. It's really close. And we have 3 points left up for grabs. Mob pathfinding works slightly different in the different versions. On Java, mobs tend to have a more complex pathfinding model, skating around the danger. But on Bedrock, mobs tend to be a little more brute force when it comes to attacking, running through the flames as opposed to the Java mobs. This guy is a badass. And it also makes mob farms easier. So he wins. Bedrock gets the point. Shields in Minecraft are a very useful utility item, which I never seem to use. But are they better on Bedrock or Java? Well, I'll tell you now, they work in basically the same way, but Java shields can be customized by banners, making them far cooler than the boring old Bedrock shields. You can be a pirate on Java. Very stylish. And lastly, we have this. Ladies and gentlemen, and all other genders, it's the bell of truth. When you throw an item at the bell in Java, it doesn't make a sound. But if you do the same on Bedrock, something absolutely extraordinary happens. It chimes. It actually chimes. Again, Bedrock putting in the extra effort and earning itself the final available point. It all comes down to this. Which version is better? It's been about 8 minutes of figuring out and learning. And so, what have we learned? We learned that both versions cash grab to some degree, both make absolutely no sense, and that the superior version, the best version of Minecraft is Java! By a singular point. I swear I didn't make this up. You can count for yourself. Java wins. But do you want to win at Minecraft? Then watch this video about the worst Minecraft advancements. Okay, thanks for watching. Subscribe!